Hello guys, I'm back with another episode of What to Pick, the series where I go over a few starting hands and explain what I would pick in this situation and why. This is my first video in 6 weeks, and what can I say? I was really busy with uni and then went on a long vacation, but you can expect videos more frequently in the coming weeks. But let's get into the first draft. We have Terractor and Cheung, and let's pick Terractor for now because it has more starting money. And okay, we have some interesting preludes. You could definitely go for a ground game here with experimental forest and self-sufficient settlement, but I don't like these city preludes, and experimental forest is a mixed bag because most of the time the two plant cards you can't really play in the early game because they have high requirements. So I think I would go with Acquired Space Agency and Biolab. This also gives us 5 cards, which is amazing, and also helps us with getting Planner, if we want to go for that. And yeah, I mean, the plant production is kind of useless, but let's see what we have on the starting hand. Okay, there's an Earth Tech, that's quite nice, although I don't like pets that much, because at the moment, I don't think many people are playing that many cities, but let's see. Restricted areas, of course, must. It's really strong. And yeah, power plant and strip mine. Just need one more power production to get strip mine online. And strip mine is one of the strongest production cards in the game. Magnetic field dome is pretty much useless because it has a lot of power production that it needs, and we don't need the plant production. Okay, there's the other power production we need for our strip mine. That's really good. And oh god, we have Earth Office, so we can play Super Terractor. If we pick this up, then our Earth tax will cost 6 less. That's great. So for now we have 6 cards. I guess Decomposers I would pick up because it's just a great point card, and you will play a few plant, microbe, and animal tags in the late game, so yes, that's great. And if you pick that up, maybe we can also pick up Heather. We are already at 8 cards, but if you want to go for Planner, then that's not a problem. And also we have 60 money, but do we maybe want to play Strip Mine in the first gen? Because that's... We have, what were our preludes? So 60 money. Okay, we can more or less play the Solar Wind for free because we have that titanium from our preludes. So if we pick these 8 cards, we have still 36 cash left over, and that's enough for power plant and strip mine. And we played that with our titanium. So I would even pick up shuttles. So we have 9 cards, then we play 3 cards for our strip mine to get online. 9 cards plus the 5 cards in the starting hand, in the preludes. So we had 14 cards minus 3, it's 11. And with restricted area, we will get to the 16 cards really fast. So I guess I would pick these 9 cards, everything except Magnetic Field Dome, Acquired Space Agency, and Biolab, and go with Terractor. I think that's a great starting hand. Let's get to the next hand. Alright, we have 2 great corps here, and they are played very differently. So we have Vitor. I think this is probably the strongest corp in the game. Just has these insane rebates from point cards. And then we have Mining Guild. And Mining Guild is not as strong as Vitor, don't get me wrong, but it's really fun because you can get these steel bonuses from putting down tiles. And that's a lot of fun, definitely. We would have a tile here, but the other preludes are also really, really good. So Research Network is probably my favorite prelude because of the wild tech and the 3 cards. And in contrast to the prelude we just had, the Biolab, the money production isn't useless and at the start of the game. I mean, plant production in late game is stronger than money production, but in the early game you can't do much with one plant production. Metals Company is also a great prelude. Let's see. Oh, we have mining rights. That would be really, really strong for mining guild. Tech demo is for certainly a good card. Mr. Shipyard, I don't know. It's 15 for 3 cash production. It's a little expensive, and Martian Rails is not that great in the early game. Oh my god. Okay, Earth Catapult we will pick up with any corp. And then if we want to play Mining Guild, Ice Asteroid is really, really strong. The only problem is that with Mining Guild, you can't afford Earth Catapult in the first gen. And you would have to wait. If you want to play Ice Asteroid with the discount from Earth Catapult, then you would have to wait until the second gen. And then the 2 oceans with the minerals might already be gone. Comet is also alright with Mining Guild, but I think it's too expensive. Because, yeah, Ice Asteroid costs more, but you also get 2 ocean spots, which can get you up to 2 steel production. So I wouldn't really pick that up with Mining Guild. But do we really want to go for Mining Guild? The thing is, with Vitor, we can pick these 2 preludes, and then we have nice rewrites with Vesta Shipyard and Earth Catapult. But I think we could also go for Mining Guild, pick Acquired Space Agency, so we can use the Titanium to play Ice Asteroid. And then we play pick Research Network just because it's really good. Definitely pick Mining Rights, Ice Asteroid, and Earth Cat. Then we would have 18 cash and would probably just skip the first gen. And the only thing is that the first ocean that is probably gone if you play against real players and not the AI is here, the 2 cards. And then the next ocean is probably the one with the 2 titanium. So only if 2 oceans get played in the first gen, then you miss out on one of these 2 mineral oceans. And if someone puts down 1 ocean, let's say on this spot, then you could just pick up the 2 cards, which is also really good. So I would probably pick these 4 cards, maybe also pick Peroxide Power just because we need some steel targets, and you will always need some energy production, maybe even deep well. And then just pass the first gen and then play Earth Catapult and Ice Asteroid in the second gen. You can also play Mining Guilds in the Mining Rights in the first gen because you start with 5 steel. And you can put that down over here on bonus Mons, and you will get 1 titanium production, and you can use the titanium production immediately in the second gen to play Ice Asteroid. Or you wait and put it down in the second gen, but that doesn't really make sense. So yeah, I would go with Mining Guild here because it's just more fun and you have a really good starting hand for Mining Guild. Let's get to the third and final hand. Alright, the third hand is definitely interesting. We have Helion and UNMI. And I don't really like Helion, and UNMI is kind of one of my favorite corps, even though it's not that strong. But let's pick Helion for now, because it's, I think, generically a little bit better than UNMI. Oh, okay, we also only have plant preludes. I mean, supply drop is certainly not just a plant prelude. If you have a use for the plant, then it's pretty strong, and if you don't, then it's still a lot of cash that you get. But the other 3 are not that great. Let's pick biofuels for now, because you at least get 1 energy production. Okay, that's interesting. Not a great starting hand, but I see something. We pick a UNMI. And then we pick Biosphere Support and I think Supply Drop. And then we pick Imported Hydrogen. Then we get a lot of plants in the early game. Because you have a production of 2 and you start off with 3, so that leaves you with 5 plants in the second gen if nobody nukes your plants. Let's just assume that nobody plays demos down in the first gen. And then you get 5 plants with imported hydrogen. And if you play that in the first gen, you can put it down over here. Or over here or over here, just somewhere where you get 2 plants. You get 5 plants from that. You can use your ability in the first gen with UNMI because you've put down an ocean, and in the second gen you will have more than enough plants to put down 1 plant next to the ocean, and you can use your ability again. And then you still have that 2 plant production, which is quite nice with UNMI, because every few gens you can put down a plant, and then you can use your ability for free, basically. So I would pick these 2 cards, these 2 preludes with UNMI. And then let's see. Definitely wouldn't pick Terraforming Ganymede because we don't have any Jovians, and I don't think we will go for Jovians with UNMI. But I would definitely pick Imported Hydrogen for the strat I just explained, and then Deep Well Heating because it's a free terraforming step with UNMI, and you can do it in an off-gen where you don't have anything other to do, anything different. And then I probably would just pick Mineral Deposit because it's kind of free cash. Bushes, more plant production is pretty good for UNMI. Of course, you can only play it in the mid game, but we will just hope that the heat rating goes up. And then Ecozone is a nice point card, and Advanced Ecosystems, of course, as well. We only need 1 microbe tag, and we have all the tags for that. And that's pretty much it. UNMI doesn't start with a lot of cash, so 6 cards already quite much. I would just play Imported Hydrogen in the first gen and use my ability, and that's it. Then in the second gen, I would certainly hope for some good cards in the draft. Yeah, let's go over the rest of the cards. Lunar Beam, I don't really like the card. If we would have picked Helion, then it would be okay, because we have heat production and power production in it, which is quite nice. Breathing Filters is a mid-game point card, no reason to pick that up in the first gen. And Installation is just a niche card, you pick it up in the late game if you want to go for Banker, but that's pretty much it. And yeah, we don't pick up Terraforming Ganymede, we will certainly not go for Jovians this game. So yeah, that was the 3 hands I wanted to go over today. I hope you found that fun and informative, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!